Hi, this is Dan, editor at Scootering magazine. We're just doing a small series of videos in relation to an upcoming series of articles in the magazine. The series will be headed up by Stan, who's doing a trip to Poland on his Lambretta. So we're going to do a few unboxing videos of some of the products that we've got lined up to go in the engine. It's a small block engine for his Lambretta, and so let's take a look at some of the products. Right, the next products we're going to have a look at in the Lambretta small block engine build. We're currently now having a look at the exhaust. This is the CST10. This is a specific pipe to the Quattrini small block Lambretta kit that Stan is going to be using. It's developed by Chiselspeed. They were known for a lot of years, well, for a variety of things, but in terms of exhaust, more recently for the ADS pipes, which had a great reputation. They'd got the various touring, mid and high-end race pipes. This is a continuation of that now. I noticed it's under the CST brand, so I don't know if we can expect all their pipes to eventually move under that banner, but this is certainly coming out under that guise. So if you want this pipe from Chiselspeed, it's the CST10. Retails at around 340 quid, and this particular one is specific to the Quattrini kit. There's also, I think, for all their pipes, a variety of end cans in terms of the finish. I'm not sure which one this is. It looks like the anodized black one. Just have a quick look. Oh, it's like a matte black finish. So it looks like these are coming from SIP, but with the CST brand to match their pipe. So looks like they're outsourcing these, which is probably a more economical way of doing it for them and the customer, I would imagine. I'm sure all of you guys know this. As I say, it's not an in-depth technical, but it's worth mentioning. No matter what engine you're building, one of the single most important components of a two-stroke engine is the exhaust. And you can have an engine which is too peaky for you and go and grab yourself a really good touring pipe and it will transform it. And vice versa, you can have a kit which is highly tuned but isn't necessarily performing very well because the pipe might be the wrong one. It might be a Clubman or a touring pipe or whatever, and you want more revs. You can change your pipe and get more power out of it. Obviously, there's a lot more to it in terms of if you want to rejet it, change the compression ratio, tune it up and all the rest of it. But in terms of the most simple and effective changes you can make to any two-stroke engine, this is the absolute most important component. And with this one being dedicated to the CST pipe dedicated to the Quattrini kit, I already know that this one works very well because I test rode it with Stan when they were first developed, and Chiselspeed were letting us test ride the Quattrini kit for the first time. So great bit of kit this. It's going to work well for Stan's tour to Poland. I'm sure there are many things that could go wrong on the trip, but I don't envisage the exhaust being one of them. If you want to take a look at this, I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but it has this really long header tube here, and generally speaking, although you'll need to measure the overall tuned length of the pipe, these longer headers usually lend themselves to a nice amount of torque in the pipe. Lower end power is really important with these longer headers here, but as I say, that's in conjunction with the overall tune of the pipe, which actually you get this long header and then a relatively shorter rear stub to it. So it's interesting once you look at the dyno graphs from these pipes, how well they perform. So nice bit of kit in terms of the finish of the welds, the materials, the thickness of the materials used, and then the work that's gone into the design for the performance of the pipe itself. So that's the exhaust. Let's take a look at some of the other videos to see some of the other components.